So how many bags can you sell now as an association altogether? You said 25 bags. Is that for everybody or is that for individual?
No, individual.
Individually.
Yes.
My name is Dina Esposito and I'm the Vice President for Technical Leadership at Mercy Corps. I have been in Nigeria for the last 10 days looking at the Mercy Corps portfolio here. Mercy Corps is a nonprofit organization that believes that we need to bring together our economic opportunity work, our peacebuilding work, and our humanitarian assistance work to help build more resilient, inclusive communities. And that's at the heart of our global strategy. Nigeria is very important to Mercy Corps because it's one of our largest portfolios where we're actually able to layer humanitarian assistance work, which is focused predominantly in the northeast of the country, alongside conflict mitigation and peacebuilding work, alongside economic opportunity work. And while I've been here these last 9 days, I've had an opportunity to go to Maiduguri in the northeast, where I was able to see our work with the Animal Feed Association, where I learned about some of our innovations to create an animal feed that allows farmers to fatten their cattle in half the time, which saves them money and allows them to get those animals to market faster. This is in a state which is racked by conflict and insecurity, but where we continue to see really interesting market opportunities to bring resources and jobs and a better life to people in that area.
If it is a little one, small one, at least 150, 130, 170,000.
Depends.
Yes. Then you have to get the feed. The feed, this thing. Their feed materials. You understand? So when you come here, at least you have to allow the cattle to rest before even giving it water and the food.
Yeah. I also met with a Village Savings and Loans group. I was able to meet with women who were pooling their money and with small grants were able to start really impressive businesses that allowed them to keep their children in school and to feed their families in spite of the rising prices that we know are so widespread here. So today we're in the home of Bata, this amazing woman who is leading a Village Savings and Loan group that started with just 10 women and today is over 200 women. And we've met with a group of them who've told us their stories about how they come together every week to save money, to give each other business advice, to borrow money from each other, and all in the process of earning money to feed their families, to keep their children in school, and to support each other and to give each other friendship and support.
Like this local place, majority of the women, they are IDPs. Some of them, their husbands run away and leave them. They are just managing the children because a mother cannot run and leave her children. So to be sincere, they are just doing the business, sometimes some of them for surviving for the life.
Yeah.
So some of them, to be sincere, there is problem. But because the RRA that help us, at least we are managing it. And some of them, the wahala is not much like the way that some people are facing. Because this amount, this 78,000, there are some people that get it, they are even assisting others. So if you get it now, and if you are doing business, you can help these people. And that is even what made this Village Savings and Loan raise. So the amount that we are getting in the VSL, we are still helping them. So you see, but to be sincere, in this situation of the way we are here, women are suffering. Because like in Borno, majority of the men, they are not available.
From there, I went to Gwoza and I was able to see this very difficult situation where people are trapped by conflict in a very enclosed area protected by the military. And there, Mercy Corps is providing life-saving water assistance in an innovative way using solar-powered water system, as well as innovative shelters that last longer because of the way we build them. And we were also providing life-saving therapeutic health services, providing supplementary food to malnourished children. And it was a heartbreaking situation to see the conditions that many of the people there were living in, but we were also really pleased with the support we have from the community there and the relationships we've developed to sustain and help support communities in those really, really difficult circumstances. From there, I went to Yola, and I had an opportunity to again see how we're trying to crowd in private sector businesses to this northeast state affected by conflict and with many displaced people. I met a solar sister, a woman who is selling solar products to communities who have no light, no power, and she's making a good living because there's such a demand and a need for light, and it's a model that we hope can grow so that women can earn an income and also provide that critical resource of light to so many that need it.
I registered 49,000 and I got a product worth 60,000, and I was able to even sell at that spot. I sold to the groups that she's explaining the products to. I sold at about 50,000 or so. And I got a little product and I went back and I reordered more products.
I also met an agricultural entrepreneur. This was a climate ambassador working with Mercy Corps, telling the story to anyone who will listen about the importance of improved seeds and improved agricultural techniques to grow more food, despite the changing climate in this area. And Mercy Corps is doing a lot of work to allow farmers to become more productive, to grow more food in spite of a changing climate, and to be linked into private sector groups who want to buy those commodities. So a lot of opportunity out of Ottawa State for that kind of innovative entrepreneurial work.
So we have been sensitizing the people on the effect of climate, and we have been receiving information from NEMAT, and then we have been passing the information to them, telling them that this year this is what the amount of rainfall that they want to experience, the period of rainfall. So you should know exactly the type of crop that you're going to plant, so that you will be able to have maximum.
I also had an opportunity to see 2 community groups engaged in dialogues to try to solve conflicts peacefully in their community. One was in the Yola area, and it was a dialogue between farmers and their effort to stake out areas to allow pastoral groups and people with cattle to go through their lands without violence. And it's very hopeful that they're going to begin to demarcate that route so that they don't have as much trouble with farmers and herders coming into contact with one another. And then the other was a community in the Kano state that has been working to ensure that there is no election violence in this run-up to the presidential election and the election for governors. And it was a really dynamic group of people who are talking across groups that have been in conflict in the past and who are coming to a consensus about their shared interests and what are the common issues that they can work on together around keeping their youth in school, avoiding violence in their communities in a really productive way. And one of the things that I was super impressed with there was this inclusive nature of the conversation. We had young people in the group, we had elderly people in the group, we had people with disabilities speaking up and contributing, all in concert with and in dialogue with leaders, religious leaders, community leaders, and political officials, political party officials.
Ni abin da nake so ni a bani waya ina. A bani waya ina. A bani waya ina ina so kira saurayina a bani waya ina. We used to have a lot of challenges when it comes to election because most of us cannot even access the place. We have those that are visually impaired, hearing impaired, and physically challenged. So for those that are physically challenged, at times the steps, they can't even access it. For those that are visually impaired, there is no provision for a braille for them to choose their candidate. So we are asking if there is any way they can fix these things for persons living with disability.
From there, I came back to Abuja, where I had a great meeting with the rest of the Mercy Corps team, and I leave very optimistic about the work that's being done here and the ability to make a difference for some of the people who are affected by conflict and poverty, and how our work is helping them to become more resilient in spite of the fact that there are very difficult circumstances that many are facing.